Hey, Dan here. Now, whether I'm talking to ENFPs or INFPs, aspiring entrepreneurs or successful entrepreneurs, one of the biggest things I hear from people now is the struggle to connect with like-minded people. That in their town, there is no one who thinks like them, that they don't know any other entrepreneurs or any people with the desire to make a better life for themselves. And this is really quite a shame. You may have heard me talk about this before. When I first realized I wanted to be an entrepreneur and live a bit of a different life, the number one thing I did was change my environment, was start to go to events and start to meet with people who shared a very different view than a lot of the people I grew up with. And it was this new peer group that provided me with support, encouragement, and inspiration that allowed me to actually take some big risks, to quit my job, to go after what I wanted. And the truth is that as an ENFP, I'm very influenced by the people around me, right? I think you know that too if you share my personality type. And so it was really, really important for me to put myself in an environment with other people who were supportive of my goals. And this is why I'm really excited about the events I've been doing. The opportunity to not only meet with you and work directly together for multiple days, but to create a community and actually bring people together so you can experience the kind of things I did when I was starting out, of connecting with other people who maybe share your personality type, your ambitions, your values on life. It's been really cool. And right now is an exciting time. I have two events coming up. One is happening right here in Prague in the Czech Republic, which is happening from June 7th to 10th. And the other is in Vancouver, Canada in July. Now this is really cool for me because these are two of my homes. I grew up in Vancouver, Canada, and though I've been living around the world, primarily in Europe for the last 7 years, it is still in a way home. So it's an opportunity to show people that home while creating this really incredible experience for everyone. And of course, Prague, as you may know, is the place I chose to stay after living all over the world. It's an incredible city and a great opportunity to create some very unique experiences. And maybe Gabby will put up some photos of the event we hosted in Prague last year up with the video here to show you just how unique some of these experiences were. So if you don't mind, I'll tell you a little bit about these events. The first thing is that both these events have the same theme. So whether or not you join me in Vancouver or Prague should really be determined by the dates and where you'd rather visit. That's it. The theme of both events is around building your dream business. And I know it's a cheesy title. To be honest, I thought up the event and I didn't really have time to think of like a cool title, and I just said dream business. So it's a little cheesy. I get it. It sounds like some whatever kind of scammy business thing. I totally get it. But it is really appropriate for the event because the theme of the events are about building a business around your personality. Whether you're just starting out or in your first couple years, maybe you're a coach and you sort of know what your message is and you know you want to help people, but you've really struggled to make content, to build your tribe, to really get a consistent flow of clients. You know you have a message and something you want to share with people, but you're just struggling at taking those next steps. Or perhaps you're a freelancer, like I started as a freelance copywriter or designer, and you want to go beyond just work for hour and maybe start writing books, build a bit of a following, take these steps that will allow you to charge a lot more for your work. That's what this event is going to help you do. It's going to be focused on building the business around your personality. And why I think that's really important is in the day of the internet, if you sound just like everyone else, if you're doing the exact same thing of everyone else, like you're following a step-by-step system, you're going to be in a race to the bottom. If everyone has bought the same course if you're following templates and trying to be exactly like everyone else, you're just going to get lost in the noise and you're going to be working harder and harder and not getting any kind of results. The other thing is I know that if you're a fan of this channel, you probably have a more interesting personality type. You're probably someone who believes that what you do with your life should actually make a positive contribution to the world. Money is not the be-all and end-all in terms of what's important to you. And so I'm guessing that in building the right business for you, having it align with your values is going to be really important. Not just so you feel good at the end of the day, but so you feel that sense of motivation. For me, I can't sell something I don't believe in. I can tell you I'm much more enthusiastic now talking about these events to you than I was last year when I did my first event and I wasn't as secure because I hadn't done an event before. So I didn't know what people would think, if it would be a great experience. And so it was harder for me to bring it up, to sell it, because I didn't, like, I believed I would try my best to make it a good event, but I didn't know yet. And now, having run 3 events last year, having had some people go to all 3 events and receive really positive feedback from people who attended, now I know, now I can believe in what I'm doing even more and have this enthusiasm where I know I want to share it with you, because I know if you come to the event, you're going to leave on a different trajectory than when you came in. Feeling inspired, feeling motivated, having made new connections with like-minded people, and having a plan and insider strategies on how to grow your business. Someone emailed me the other day about the event, and they said, "Hey Dan, I don't want to offend you. I'm really interested in coming to the event in Prague, but I'm a skeptic. I've done other programs before and things like that, and like, straight up, what makes yours different? What's going to be different about this event?" And I was really appreciative of the question, because it made me think it through and think through maybe how I talk about the event or what I can express better. And I came up with a couple things. The first thing is that anything I'm teaching is things that I have done, that I have firsthand knowledge in. I'm not teaching something that I read somewhere else or just making some things up. The second thing is that I really do care about the people that I work with. When you come to this event, you'll see there'll probably be 10 to 15 of us at the event, whether it's in Vancouver or in Prague. It is a small group and we spend a lot of time together, but these events really are about forming deep connections. And that leads me to, I guess, the third point, which is there is a nice balance of fun and of learning. So we'll spend the daytime in like a training room, working on strategies, working on building your business. And then in the evenings, we'll go for dinner. We'll go through a tour of Prague. We'll have, of course, it's Prague. We'll have beer. If you don't like beer, there's always wine, or I suppose something else available. And the fourth thing with my events is I bring in special guests who have a lot of insider knowledge. People that in general I could not afford to have at the events. I've just been really fortunate to have this amazing peer group of people that I can call on favors with. Some of the people I've had out at past events would probably charge like a $5,000 speaker fee to just be there for the afternoon, but have come out essentially as a favor to me. And that's allowed the participants, there's been maybe 8 of us in a room with this person, getting to spend the day together and learn from them. Learn things that you're never going to find online about building an online funnel or building a YouTube channel, this sort of thing. So if you're interested in either the event here in Prague or in Vancouver, I'll include links below in the description. You can read more about the event on the page, and then there's a chance to submit your application form. I'll read through it myself, and if I think it's a good fit for you to attend the event, I'll email you back and we'll take it from there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support as always. And hopefully I'll be having a beer or wine or whatever, we discussed that already, with you somewhere in Prague or Vancouver very soon. Have an awesome day.